Alright, welcome to the Blue Futon. Are you ready for our next movie review? Because I am, so let's see what's in the box. Do you not see it? I mean, it's right there. Oh, you're right, you can't see it because it's about to be a digital movie. So, this movie is called Bright. The posters should show up any second now. Bright is a new Will Smith movie with Joe Edgerton on Netflix. As you can tell my face of digital, I'm not a fan of. No, I don't like digital at all. I prefer the physical copies of movies. But anywho, Bright just came out on Netflix on the 22nd of December, and I thought, you know what? I haven't done a new release because I can't do a new release where I'm at. So you know what? I have Netflix. But let's review Bright. I will see you in about 2 hours to give you my opinion on Bright. My magic wand. Alright, just got done watching Bright, but it's literally about LA cops, because most of the cops are humans, and there's one orc that's always wanted to be a cop. And of course, since he's an orc, the humans on the LAPD treat him bad, the orc population treats him bad. And while you have that, you also have the elves and the fairies. Let's talk about the class of each. You have the humans, they're normal, but there's also still the gang, the Mexican gang in LA, the different gangs in LA of humans still being that. And of course, you have the orc population, which is also, you could kind of call it their own gang of orcs. I mean, that's all you could really call it. Normal, no one really likes them because of what bad decisions they made 2,000 years ago, and the people still hold the grudge. The elves are a high-class society. You're supposed to say the elves are in the Beverly Hills of California, that LA area. The fairies are maybe only 2 of them in the whole movie, so they really don't play a lot. So let's talk about the good about this movie. I like the director, David Ayers. If I'm saying that wrong again, I'm sorry. He did Fury, End of Watch. You can kind of feel the End of Watch feel with this movie based in LA cops. Good direction, good acting. I mean, you can't really go wrong with Will Smith except maybe After Earth, but that's a different story. Then we have the action set pieces, which that's what I like about the director, David Ayers. He knows how to direct these action sequences really well. There's a scene at a gas station that's actually pretty cool with people flipping around with the elves. And do not mess with elves. Some of them are pretty badass, just like in Lord of the Rings. Don't mess with them. Just don't. A lot of cool special effects. But also when I say there's a lot of cool special effects, that's also one of the biggest flaws of the movie. But we'll keep going on. Editing was good, except one scene. It was pretty bad, which also goes with tying in to the special effects. So why not? Let's just jump into the special effects. That's the biggest problem. I do not blame the director for this. I do not blame the special effects supervisor for this. I don't blame anyone except one. Company of Netflix. They wanted so hard to get in this Paramount Transformers, Marvel, Disney, Thor Ragnarok, WB, DC. They wanted to put all this money to this movie with Will Smith, and they're saying, let's do what we can. But they didn't know what to do with it. One scene in particular, there's a car wreck with a wand in the car. They kind of do a pan around, like Michael Bay pan around the car, and oh, it looked bad. It didn't look good, and I feel like this is Netflix trying to, just throw it in the face, like, yeah, we can do these big budget movies too. But not yet, Netflix. You gotta slow it down a little bit, stop being in debt by billions, and just slow down and try to get your footing. Yes, you have some good TV shows, but this movie business, I know you're trying to push it up there. Calm down. You can understand this. But with the movie itself, I am a sucker for fantasy. I've never played World of Warcraft, and that kind of has a World of Warcraft fine. I've never ever played that game. But I kind of like that movie. This is kind of the same way. So then where it comes to the mythology, I like this mythology. But the problem with this mythology, you know the humans, you just kind of see, you know kind of the orcs a little bit, but you really don't know anything about the elves or fairies. Fairies, like I said, they're in this movie for maybe 3 minutes. That is it. The elves, you just know they're high class. They're Beverly Hills. And most of them are the magicians in the movie. That's about it. There's no backstory. So that might be the biggest flaw. There's a little bit of backstory with Will Smith and a very little of the orc main character. That's about it. And that's also my biggest flaw, is not exploring the mythology of the orcs, elves, fairies, and humans. Which is kind of funny. I have a notebook in the house that I wrote like 7 years ago, which almost had the same premise, but a little different, but it would be a TV show. I had like minotaurs in mind. But anywho, let's get back to Bright. Yes, I won't spoil anything, but how it ends, they kind of want a sequel, which they kind of need a sequel because they don't explain a lot. It's kind of, it goes, end. And you're like, I want to see more of this mythology. So yeah, that's my pet peeve. Good. Acting's good. Directing's good. Overall editing, and I had a fun time with the movie. Negative, Netflix. You gotta get yourself together if you want to compete with these big dogs. You can't just do automatic big $120 million budget. You gotta see what you can do. Some of the writing, it wasn't bad, but I just wish they had more backstory into the movie. Overall, Bright will receive 3 out of 5 blue futons, which equals a 60%. Now, let's see what the critics and user scores gave Bright. Even though it just came out today, let's see if there's a lot on Rotten Tomatoes. All right, critics, a 30%. Audience score, a 90. I promise, guys, I am not trying to be the dead center of the users and critics. I'm so sorry. But let's see what the critic consensus is. Bright tries to blend fantasy, hard-hitting cop drama, and social commentary, and ends up falling painfully short of the mark on all 3 fronts. I'll say the fantasy side of the movie, it was there and I enjoyed it. Like I said, I love that whole, if they had a werewolves, it would have been probably a perfect 10 for me, perfect 5 to 5 for me. But yeah, I like the fantasy world. I did like how they try to do it with no one liking the orc and him trying to figure out who he is. Cop drama. I thought the cop drama worked. They did have things saying like to Will Smith, like, why'd you have to be a cop? Everyone hates cop. We're in that world where a lot of people are anti-cop and I'm not, but it's just one of those things where I disagree with that one for sure. Blue line. There we go. I'm all about that blue line, baby. And social commentary, which I saw the social commentary in this, basically the orc being the cop no one wants. And I would agree with social commentary if only the orcs were like the low-life gangsters and the elves were the high-class people. They also had different classes of people, which they had like the Mexican gangs in there. So social commentary, it's not like, they went there, but they never pinpointed one thing. So I thought the social commentary was fine. Still giving it 60%. I'm the dead center of the 90 and 30. What do you think? Do you have Netflix? Did you see it? I'm sorry if you don't have Netflix because you can't watch it then. That's Netflix's motto. You gotta pay that buku money per month to watch Bright. But if you did watch it, did you agree with the audience 90, my 60, or the critics 30? This is Chase Yaki again. Like, comment below. Let me know what you think. In this blue futon utopia, you blue futonian. Thank you for watching. I wish I had a magic wand. I was a Bright. Yeah. I can't close out the review like that. So, let's close out this way. Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it. Back to that 1999. Get jiggy with it.